Hello, I'm Doug Atkinson here at Solutions Review, and I want to thank all of our keynote speakers, expert moderators, panelists, and solutions sponsors for participating in this year's Insight Jam Live. This has been a big year with the launch of the InsightJam.com community site and the amazing growth of the Insight Jam YouTube channel, which now has over 500,000 subscribers. Much of this success is tied directly to the video events, podcasts, and panel discussions we have been producing, and none of that would be possible without the thoughtful participation of the many IT professionals who are generously sharing their expert insights for this latest jam. We are building Insight Jam to be a place to celebrate enterprise technology with best practices, expert analysis, and solution showcases. And we want all of you to join us there to keep the jam going into the new year and beyond. If you haven't joined Insight Jam, please do. And if you already have, take a moment to invite some of your colleagues. And again, thank you all for being here and enjoy this event.
Solutions Review presents the Insight Jam Expert Keynote.
Thank you, and hello everyone. My name's Rebecca Herold. I am the CEO and founder of Rebecca Herold LLC, which has two subsidiaries, the Privacy Professor Consultancy and also Privacy and Security Brainiacs SaaS services. I've been in the industry working in IT, focusing on security and privacy for over 35 years now. And I've been working a lot throughout that time with emerging technology, and I really appreciate very much the opportunity to discuss some key points today about another very hot emerging technology, which is artificial intelligence, or AI, and in particular, AI that's used to control medical devices and consumer used fitness and tracking devices. There are some huge and growing concerns about these issues that all IT security and privacy pros and business leaders really need to think about, for which they need to take actions. If you have any questions after my talk about any of the topics or have any suggestions for specific issues to include in some of the classes that I provide on IA, that I include for AI-controlled medical, health, and fitness tracker product security and privacy, please also send me an email. Thinking of AI, AI is the greatest innovation since sliced bread, right? Or is it? AI is driving many innovations in wearable medical devices. AI-based technologies are helping doctors to detect malignant health problems and looking for and finding things that cannot be detected otherwise, such as tumors and cancer. Also, it can detect diabetes earlier, and it can detect such things as hardening of the arteries and so many other types of physical problems. They are providing measurements of organs and of blood flow. One of the benefits of accurate AI-controlled medical devices is the potential to extract important insights from the massive amount of medical data that's generated every day by each of those devices. Now, innovative companies have developed AI-based tools across many medical specialties, and those innovations are driving huge profits for those organizations. Just a few examples. On August 8th of 2024, the FDA published their updated list of authorized AI-enabled medical devices. It's now up to 950 AI-enabled medical devices, which is 68 devices more than what it was in May of 2024, with 16 new companies represented in that list. The image on the screen shows the breakdown of the types of AI-enabled products. Canada's AI health products landscape is comprised of over 670 AI startups and 30 generative AI companies that are experiencing significant growth, with a US $13 billion market just in this year alone, 2024. 79% of healthcare organizations globally are currently using AI technology in some form, indicating a large adoption rate of AI-enabled healthcare devices, according to research from Microsoft IDC. And additional eye-opening stats are shown on the screen. Now, add to these the even larger direct-to-consumer health and fitness trackers, which various reports show larger growth. While these advancements raise hopes for significant healthcare breakthroughs, the associated cybersecurity and privacy risks are often overlooked or they are willfully ignored. AI is not only enhanced the effectiveness of physician prescribed medical devices, but it is also increasingly used in consumer grade medical and health tracking devices that currently lack the same level of privacy and security protections that are required for those that are prescribed by healthcare providers. Entities manufacturing and selling health device products direct to consumers are not bound by all the same legal protections as entities in the healthcare industry, such as HIPAA in the US. Those direct to consumer AI enabled health tracking products typically have no security or privacy controls, except sometimes for a password. A recent AI use survey of 100 healthcare and life sciences organizations that are using these wide range of medical and consumer grade devices found that adoption is skyrocketing. However, only half of them are doing such use without associated security and privacy AI-enabled medical and health device policies, procedures, security controls, and privacy protections. Given that most medical device products and consumer health and fitness device products have no security or privacy capabilities, except, as I mentioned before, an occasional password, that's not surprising. A few years ago, I did some work for a government agency testing a specific set of devices for security and privacy capabilities. For each of the devices, the manufacturer's claimed capabilities, I checked to see if those capabilities existed. And if they did, if they actually worked correctly. Now, one device that had a password documented the default password in the instructions. It was 4 characters. And they were in print, but they were also posted online. One default password for millions of devices. Not only that, but get this, the instructions advise the customer to not change the device default password, because then they could get locked out of the device. And since the password was stored and managed locally, there was no way to change it through the manufacturer unless a complete reset of the device was done, which would have wiped out all the associated data that had been accumulated on the device. The device manufacturer also claimed that all the data was encrypted. However, when I inspected the data transmission, I saw that it clearly was not encrypted. What it was data being transmitted in EBCDIC format, which I immediately recognized. And it's very easily translated into an easy to read format by a wide range of tools. And there were a lot of other problems. So ultimately, without manufacturers engineering security and privacy capabilities into AI controlled medical and health products, the only security and privacy protections that are being established are those created by the institutions and the consumers purchasing and using them. But most of those believe that the products come with security and privacy enabled. And most of the manufacturers do not provide security or privacy information nor training to their customers using their products. Think about how many of those don't even know that they need to build the security and privacy protections around those devices and then to do their own testing to ensure accurate AI results prior to real life medical use. Meanwhile, cyber attackers view these emerging AI controlled technologies as opportunities to exploit vulnerable devices and then to gain access to valuable health data. The numerous ways in which this data can be used also creates a really wide range of possibilities for cyber criminals to monetize it. But not only that, if the AI algorithms are accessible through the devices to some connected component that is also quite tempting to cybercriminals and many others who want to cause mischief or to surveil on those using the devices, then modifications could be made to the AI algorithms themselves. They could be done maliciously or even accidentally. That could cause problems and even possibly physical harms when you're talking about medical devices. Consider this. The FDA authorized an Apple Watch Series 4 as a Class 2 medical device. So, why is that a medical device? Well, because of its ability to identify atrial fibrillation. Researchers subsequently determined that there was no cybersecurity standard followed to design these devices, which created unlimited possibilities for cyber criminals to exploit what were many security as well as privacy vulnerabilities. Researchers worldwide have been looking at the security of all types of medical and health tracking devices, including those with AI, because of the data from those devices, which are highly wanted for training AI. A research team from NDPI in Basel, Switzerland, tested 6 different smartwatches. All of them included the heart rate detection function, while others also included blood oxygen saturation detection. These features would alert the user to seek medical advice when necessary and could save multiple lives. And for these reasons, it's important to guarantee the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of these data for smartwatch users who are trusting that the devices are going to tell them when something is wrong with their health. And it's not just criminals who see these opportunities. There's a wide range of healthcare entities and their business partners, as well as companies that produce direct-to-consumer smart devices who are also interested in obtaining the associated health data. All that data is wanted to then train their AI tools. So just think about it. You have folks using devices that have been trained with someone else's health data, and the resulting collected health data from those devices are then being used to train AI for yet other devices, which will be used by others, which could also create some problems with health insights, prognoses, and treatments. Always test and or request testing, validation, and associated details for any AI tool that claims to be providing benefits to ensure that 1, it provides accurate results, 2, it will not negatively impact the performance of the associated network devices and other attached components. 3, that it does not put health data at risk by exposing or inappropriately sharing the health data. 4, that it does not put patients and consumers using medical and health tracker devices at risk from biased and other types of incorrect results. And 5, that it does not violate the organization's legal requirements for securing and using patient data. If you are a medical device customer or health and fitness device consumer, you should be able to do some simple tests to determine a basic level of accuracy for the associated AI that's controlling that device. For example, you can validate a key health indicator, your bodily temperature, by taking your own temperature with a good old-fashioned thermometer to see if the device provides the same reading. If it is more than slightly off, ask the manufacturer why there is a discrepancy. Often, errors in what should be a slam dunk accuracy are indicators of larger, more systemic errors, which could result in significant problems in health actions and possibly result in patient harms and safety problems. I've been doing similar types of tests with the generative AI tool ChatGPT. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about that. It is being widely used by consumers for trying to diagnose their own health problems. It's also being extensively used by healthcare providers as part of patient caregiving. The problem is ChatGPT and other generative AI are not capable of providing full, logical, context-based reasoning. They generally create output based upon data that has been input into the associated AI tool to train it. And if that data used for training is incorrect or not applicable within other contexts, then the results are going to be incorrect. At the beginning of this year, 2024, one simple math equation I provided to ChatGPT was 9x minus 11 equals 5x plus 5. After 10 tries, all incorrect, I finally asked ChatGPT, why aren't you able to solve this problem? ChatGPT replied, I'm sorry, I'm just learning. By the way, the answer's 4. If AI is not thoroughly tested for accurate results, this can result in harmful actions to the device users. Shown here are some vetted and widely used resources you can use to support your validation activities. They each have such types of validation sections within them. Some are more detailed than others. As a federal agency, there are no costs for the resources provided by NIST. There are many other resources and information products available at NIST as well beyond these two. The FDA resources are also provided at no cost since it is also a U.S. federal agency. Now, there are fees for the ISO and the AAMI standards and resources. And there are other resources available beyond all of these, as well as from other countries' regulatory agencies that are available for use. So there's some good stuff out there that you can find this type of validation information for. Everyone involved must understand the need for security and privacy to be built into and around the AI-controlled medical health and physical fitness devices and components. There are many reasons to ensure security and privacy capabilities, controls, and updates are provided for AI-controlled medical health tracking devices. The major ones are listed here on the screen. Now, certainly to protect the health, safety, and privacy of the patients and consumers using the products. No AI-controlled medical device or health and fitness tracking product should cause harm, directly or indirectly, to the associated individuals using them. In a similar manner, AI-controlled medical devices and health trackers should be engineered to protect those using them so that simple mistakes made by the users will not result in any type of harm to the patient or consumer. For example, if an AI controlled device allows the user to turn off certain features that impact their health, there should be safety protections built in to prevent the users from accidentally turning off those features. Also, be sure to include checking for compliance with all your organization's legal requirements before using AI-controlled medical devices and consumer health tracking devices within your organization. Manufacturers of all medical devices and consumer health and fitness trackers need to monitor and mitigate on an ongoing basis new threats and newly discovered vulnerabilities and provide patches and fixes for them and remove those problems. Make sure that the manufacturer of the devices you're thinking about will do that. Mitigating risks such as these also demonstrates due diligence and defends against lawsuits when bad things do happen. All such activities and related information must be documented and it must be kept updated. I've served as an expert witness for many different types of cases, and I can tell you that this type of documentation will be reviewed in such a situation. Regulators and auditors will also ask to see such information. Everyone within organizations who are involved with using AI-controlled medical and health devices must understand how to use them correctly, in addition to how to use them securely and in ways that protect the privacy of the associated individuals. Those responsible for choosing and supporting the devices within the organization must perform risk assessments on them. Make sure that they are implemented with security and privacy settings already established and keep the associated software updated. Make sure that the manufacturers of the devices you're obtaining them from provide security and privacy information with the products. They should also provide training, updates, and be available to answer related questions and concerns you may have about the devices. Too many manufacturers do not do this, often claiming that their customers and consumers don't care about security and privacy. Well, let them know that you do care. Tell them you want and need such information, documentation, and training. Ultimately, every healthcare organization must establish rules and policies for the use of AI-controlled medical health and fitness devices within their organization. These policies and supporting procedures need to address both the risks and the benefits. Policies must also be provided for how data may and may not be used for training AI. They should also include inspection and testing of AI tools and use within their risk management program scope. IT and security leaders play a pivotal role in ensuring that such actions are taken. The high-level plan that all healthcare providers and other types of organizations using AI-controlled medical and health devices need to follow to support cybersecurity and privacy when using AI tools include the following. Assign responsibility for AI use policies to a person, team, or department. These responsibilities should include the input, if not the leadership role, from cybersecurity, privacy, and IT managers who have a depth of knowledge for AI as well as for the organization's business ecosystem. Executive management, they are absolutely needed to announce this responsibility and stress that any use of AI needs to be in accordance with AI policies that this team created and that they approve of that. Then the executive should provide strong, visible support for the AI management team so all employees know that this is an important issue that they need to actually follow. Create AI use, security, and privacy policies and procedures for not only medical and health tracker devices and products, but for any and all use of AI. This should include policies and procedures for security incidents and privacy breaches involving the organization's data and also involving anyone's health data. Provide training for the AI policies and procedures and provide ongoing awareness and messages and activities to all workers who are using AI tools. Perform regular, at least annually, AI security and privacy risk assessments and ongoing risk management. Document and know all the contracted and outsourced third parties with whom any type of access to established parts of the organization's digital ecosystem is given. Identify and maintain an inventory of those who are using AI and ensure that they know, understand, and follow the AI policies that the organization has implemented and ensure that they will also follow such requirements. I've also included here a reminder of those very important testing needs for AI controlled medical health and fitness devices that I mentioned earlier. Thank you so very much for attending today. If you ever want to get in touch, here is some of my contact information. If you have some use cases to discuss, let me know. And I always love to get new use cases to consider and incorporate into my research as well as into my courses. If you want to know more about our new courses when they're ready, just let me know that as well. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.
For video highlights, replays, and more, visit InsightJam.com.